Few days ago, we did an analysis of a typical value chain in the e-commerce business. Right now, I wanted to show you something we typically do as a starting point for every construction business and how we value their value chain. So let's go right into the presentation. Let's be quick. So here you can see we have 7 main stages. Every business has usually at least 4 stages. Here in construction, we have lead qualification, assessment and estimating and quoting. We have contracts and planning, procurement and sub-coordination, then the stage of execution, quality and compliance, and then payment and closeout. So as we know, every single stage has prerequisites and inputs. Then you have a list of activities and SOPs. Both together are like your big value add activities that create outputs that are needed to go to the next stage. So let's start with daily qualification. You add your lead into your CRM, you verify your info contacts. Usually then you'll do the qualify the budget and timelines, collect the project specs, schedule a site visit or a salesperson to go there. Then the SOP, you'll have some lead intakes you want to standardize, and then the site visit scheduling has to be a very clear process to make sure you have the best show rate at your appointments. And so the main output is that you have the visit that is scheduled. Next, you have your sales team that goes to do the assessment and estimating. They need the site visit scheduled and the site access confirmed. Activities: site assessment, material takeoff, job costing, labor, material, equipment, general quote that it will be inputted. You'll have templates for sure for that to do the site assessment, job costing, and quote creation. The output is that the quote is sent to client. It can happen that you sign on the spot depending on the size of your projects. So you can also think that you can collect the payment here. But often we'll have just the stage of contract and planning that will be the next. So if the quote is accepted by the client, you sign. You prepare the contract, collect the deposit, file the permit application if there's the permits, create a project schedule, and then you have the SOP for those. And in the end, you have the contract signed, received by your administration, your office, deposit that is received, and the permits that should be filed. Boom. Then next, you want to prepare for the execution later during the spring, summer, whatever it is. Here in Quebec and Canada, during the winter, not much happens. So, voilà. So here the contract has to be signed before you do this. Deposit received and material list finalized. Some of the other contractors will have measurements to be confirmed with their people before you actually do the right POs. But this is where you send the POs to your suppliers. You contact your subcontractors to make sure that it will be available for this job at their specific time. Verify insurance and licenses, schedule the deliveries, assign handyman tasks. So you should have some SOPs there around supplier ordering, onboarding, and then the delivery coordination. So at the end, you'll have your material ordered, and maybe before you do the execution, materials received at your inventory, your warehouse or wherever you store those things. Subcontractor contacted and start date confirmed with your customer. Then we go into the execution as usual. Material on site, permit approved, activities, daily site management, so your project management, change orders sometimes, if there are modifications that happen, coordinate subtract time and material, timestamp that people come onto your job and they do the punch. And then send progress updates with photos, notes, whatever it takes. The SOP, daily site checklist, change order process, progress reporting, and then at the end, the construction has to be complete. The change orders were all approved, of course, and it's ready for inspection. And usually, we separate this thing. We can think about this step. You would say, you need the client satisfaction. You can add it there, but it's good to have a very good QC process, so you make sure everything's up to your standard. So the work is completed. It's self-inspection that is passed in prerequisite. Activities: schedule inspection, verify code compliance, create punch lists, complete deficiencies. It might happen. The client walkthrough does it, and then usually clients, they sign off on satisfaction form. They're satisfied. You should send them some NPS surveys and take some pictures with them for your content creation and media. It's very important. Don't forget that you have to have a process that helps you do that. And of course, in the end, you have to be paid for the final balance on your contract. So if your client satisfied, everything should be there. So you send the final invoice, you collect the final payment, you pay all your subcontractors. Sometimes, depending on the type of project, you pay people as you go on a weekly basis. That's good if you want to keep people happy. Reconcile job costs, deliver warranty docs, request review and referrals. So yeah, it's at the closeout that you do that. The SMBs, so it's here same. You have some templates, some standard documentation that is sent, and then the output is that you have the final payment that is received, subs paid, and project is archived. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So you can imagine most of the companies, usually they'll have a lot of different Google Sheets, and things will be flowing around, and you'll have some people who will be leaders at every department. But as you might imagine, everything might be disconnected, and when you have hundreds and thousands of customers, sometimes things get lost and forgotten, and we didn't do this and do that. One of our customers forgot to bill $1.2 million of like just invoices in 3 years because their accountant and like their product team just were disconnected and Google Sheets lost, etc. So the solution for this case, it's still like, this is a simple value stream. Like we go way deeper in that with our customers. So we model that into your specific operation system. What it really allows you to do is to have that tranquility and peace of mind in knowing where things are and who has to do what at what time, which is great. It helps a lot, and especially it values your business and helps you get to a level of delegation that usually is hard to achieve. So if you want to learn more, subscribe to this channel, go into our links, our website, if you want to speak with me about your company and how we can make it future proof and help you save at least 20 hours per week while increasing the quality and decrease cost. Let me know. Thank you. See you in the next one.